Hello my friends and welcome back. Are you ready for an easy and budget-friendly home decor and organization project? I'm guessing your answer to that was yes. So without any further ado, let's get started.
First, I took 2 sling shooters from the Dollar Tree and removed the black elastic strap from the Y-shaped frame. Then I used my favorite Alex Fast Dry to cover the holes. I then decided to use an old sign I had purchased some time ago as a tray, and I used some super glue gel from the Dollar Tree along with some hot glue to attach my 3 pieces together. Next, I painted the entire piece with my white Bear chalk paint. You can certainly sand the plastic beforehand, but I chose not to, and to be honest, I didn't experience any issues with my chalk paint sticking to it, so it may not even be necessary. I also used my Waverly chalk paint in the color Mineral to add texture to the legs of the stand. In addition, I used the color Truffle to add a little bit more depth to the texture. Then I decided to use the color Ink to give the tray a weathered or distressed look. I have to admit, I always enjoy this part of my projects the most. It feels like this part is where your piece really begins to take on a life of its own. To top it all off, I used some Nautical Rope from the Dollar Tree to make a faux knot at the intersection of the legs, to give it the illusion of pieces of wood being knotted together to form that Y shape. This turned out to be a great little oatmeal prep station that's functional, and it looks great too. For my next project, I started with a small storage container and kitchen towel from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely loved the lemon print on this kitchen towel and knew I had to make something with it. So I decided to use it to line the inside of my storage container. Then I used a water erasable marker to mark the area I wanted to sew together and brought it over to my serger to create the seams for my ends. This gave it a more finished look. Now, if you don't have a serger, you could just as easily use a regular sewing machine or even do it by hand. I love that my serger cuts off the edges of the fabric, making it my go-to for sewing projects like these. Next, I used some wooden dowels from the Crafter Square section at the Dollar Tree to line the inside of my storage container before adding my kitchen towel to make it sturdier. And just as a quick reminder, all of the items used in these projects will be linked in the description box below. Now, if you feel you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button and show me some love in the comment section below. Also, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on those notifications to make sure you don't miss my weekly videos. Once I had my kitchen towel lined up, I added a bead of hot glue on the 2 longest edges of my storage container to secure the lining in place. Then I used some nautical rope to cover the 2 silver grommets on the sides of the storage container, since I was going to add small handles to the sides of the container and did not want to lose the support they provided. Using the same nautical rope, I tied a knot at the end and passed the top through the hole so that the loop would be the only portion seen from the outside. Then I sealed the section closed by tucking the fabric into the hole, giving it a cinched look, and securing it with a bead of hot glue. I repeated the same steps on the opposite side. I also used a nautical rope to create a trim along the rest of the storage container and secured the handles upright with a little bit of hot glue to give it a more finished and higher end look. And to complete this piece, I used a leftover piece of wood from one of my last Dollar Tree projects to create a small plaque for the front of my storage container. I used a nautical rope to create a frame around the wood edges, and then I used my Cricut Joy to add some text to finish the look. This was a very easy and budget-friendly storage solution, and I just love how I was able to make use of that kitchen towel in a more fun way.
For all of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today, and I invite you to stick around by hitting that subscribe button and also hitting that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any of my weekly videos. And a big thank you to all of my subscribers for showing me love and support every single week by hitting that like button, commenting with your favorite videos and your suggestions. I absolutely love engaging with you all, and it really helps me understand what content you find most valuable and enjoy seeing. And be sure to take a look at these videos as well, and until next time, bye.